So Donald Trump recently announced he's going to start using tariffs on steel and aluminum. Now, coming from someone who has expressed protectionist views on this channel, has actually looked into protectionism more since then. Honestly, I feel that the increasingly globalized community is making it harder and harder for protectionism to really work. If we were still talking about the 1870s or even the 1970s, then yes, a protectionist philosophy is probably one of the better ones. However, at this point, all it's doing is simply holding us back from the globalized world that is going to come whether or not you really like it. And not only that, but the entire manufacturing industry is pretty much dead, and there's no way to really jumpstart it without extremely hurting poor people. To give you an idea of how tariffs would do nothing but harm the poor, imagine you have two drinks. Both are made in plastic bottles. One was made in China for about $1. The other was made in the US for about 10. Now, we'll say they each need to make $4 in profit. Now, the drink from China costs about $5. The drink from the US costs about $14. The goal of protectionism is to make the one worth $14 actually sound appealing. The only way they could do that is by upping the price of the first drink, which at that point would do nothing more than harm the average person who wants to buy something, by simply tripling the price in this scenario. Now, of course, Donald Trump is not going to triple the price of steel or aluminum. He's not that stupid. However, I think someone like Donald Trump would know the benefits of free trade, considering how he's used it before. He outshores tons of his businesses and has done so mildly successfully overall. He has a decent success rating as a businessman. He's a bad politician, but he's okay at that. So really, all this is doing is trying desperately to appeal the protectionist, which is increasingly an outdated philosophy at this point. Currently going by, along with, let me think, paleoconservatism essentially on its last legs, probably segregationism at this point. And while there are sympathetic ways to do protectionism, this is not one of them. A better way would be, for instance, to make it so all the money a company makes that sells its products here is taxed by our standards, instead of making, or end offshore bank accounts and tax havens, or do something other than just harm the poor people in the process. But that's it. I'm Ephrom, and good night.